Fight anxiety with mindset shifts. Crush your mental battles. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This wisdom from Marcus Aurelius is the starting point for our journey today. Have you ever felt trapped by stress and anxiety, feeling like you're at the mercy of life's endless problems? Imagine waking up each morning with a tight feeling in your stomach, a storm of worries about work, money, and relationships already filling your mind. Daily tasks feel too much to handle, and even talking with friends becomes hard. You might wonder, is there a way out of this endless cycle of anxiety? Many of us feel these emotions and long for calm and control. What if I told you that old Stoic wisdom has strong, practical ways to help you find peace inside? Today, we'll look at the ideas of Stoicism and how this old wisdom can change your approach to anxiety. From understanding what you can and can't control, to handling your reactions and finding strength in tough times, we'll show you steps to bring clarity and calm into your life. In this video, you'll learn about key ideas like what you can and can't control, thinking ahead about problems, daily journaling, and much more. Stay with us until the end to learn how these Stoic practices can lead you to a life of calm confidence, no matter what challenges you face. If you're ready to turn your anxiety into strength, join us at Stoic Philosophy and hit the subscribe button. Together, let's start this journey towards a calmer, more resilient self. Part 1. Understanding Anxiety and the Stoic Mindset. Chapter 1. How Anxiety Grips. Imagine waking up with a tight knot in your stomach. You've just opened your eyes, yet a storm of thoughts about the day ahead already fills your mind. You worry about work. You're concerned about meeting deadlines and possibly receiving criticism from your boss. There's also financial stress, reminding you of bills to pay and an uncertain future. As you drink your morning coffee, personal struggles haunt you too. Your relationship with your spouse feels more strained each day. Conversations turn into misunderstandings, and you feel a growing disconnect. Stepping out of the house feels scary, filled with a sense of dread and loneliness. Meeting friends should be a relief, but comparing your life to theirs only makes you feel more isolated. Now, you're commuting to work with all these worries in your mind. You enter the office with a heavy feeling, ready for another day where tasks seem overwhelming and recognition is hard to find. Each task, each email, each meeting feels colored by this strong sense of uncertainty. By the time you finish work, you're exhausted, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. It's a tough cycle, and finding a way out seems hard. Chapter 2. Stoic Philosophy on Overcoming Anxiety. Now, let's introduce a guiding light in this fog: Stoicism. This old way of thinking isn't about denying your struggles, but about facing them differently. Consider the words of Epictetus. We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment about them. Stoicism teaches us to examine our reactions to life's challenges. It helps us control our thoughts and emotions, providing relief from anxiety. Imagine a way of thinking that helps you focus only on what's in your control and let go of the rest. It doesn't ask you to change the world, just how you see it. This change can make daily struggles easier to handle and give you the stability you need. Stoicism isn't a quick fix, but a way of life you can slowly add to your daily routine, gradually transforming your mental state. Chapter 3. Master your reactions with the Dichotomy of Control. A key part of Stoic philosophy is the Dichotomy of Control, knowing what you can control and what you can't. Think about your daily worries, work deadlines, financial stress, and relationship conflicts. Which of these can you influence directly? You can't change the economy or your boss's opinion, but you can control how you react to these challenges. It's about focusing your energy on what you can change, rather than what you can't. Take a moment to reflect. What can you do to focus more on what you can control? Make a list of today's worries. Next to each one, note if it's within your control or not. If it's something you can control, consider steps you can take. If not, practice acceptance and let it go. This simple exercise can ease a lot of stress and provide a clearer path forward. Understanding and accepting this idea is a strong first step. It prepares you for deeper exploration and practical strategies that we'll dive into next. By understanding this concept, you'll start seeing immediate changes, not just in how you view your stressors, but in the calmness you bring to each challenge. Part 2. Practical Stoic Techniques for Managing Anxiety. Chapter 4. Anticipate challenges with premeditatio malorum. Imagine you have an important meeting with your boss tomorrow. Just thinking about it makes your heart race, doesn't it? This is where the Stoic exercise called premeditatio malorum can help. It's simple. Imagine possible challenges ahead of time. Picture the meeting. Maybe your boss doesn't like your work. Maybe a project gets delayed. Think about these situations clearly. How would you feel? What could go wrong? At first, this might seem stressful, but it actually helps your mind get ready. By facing these what-ifs early, you take away their power. You're ready for anything because you've already thought about it in your mind. When something unexpected happens, you'll stay calm instead of panicking. This technique helps you be emotionally ready, lowering your anxiety about the unknown. Try it tonight. Think about a situation that makes you worry. Picture it clearly, from possible problems to different endings. Imagine how you'd handle it calmly and wisely. This doesn't make problems go away, but makes you mentally stronger to face them. Chapter 5. Reflect and improve with daily journaling. Now, let's talk about another strong Stoic practice, daily journaling. Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic thinker and Roman emperor, used to journal every night. He wrote down his thoughts and what he learned. This wasn't just to keep a record, but to understand and get better. Get a notebook or open a new document on your phone. Spend a few minutes each night thinking about your day. What went well? When did you feel anxious? Write it all down. Don't judge yourself, just observe. Over time, this practice helps you see patterns and causes of your anxiety. For example, let's say you feel very anxious at work during meetings. By journaling, you might notice it's not the meetings themselves, but the wait for them that's stressful. You can then use techniques like premeditatio malorum for those moments. Here's a simple journaling template to help you start. Today's wins. What moments made me feel good? Challenges. Faced. When did I feel anxious and why? Lessons learned. What can I learn from today's events? Action steps. What can I do differently tomorrow? Start with these simple reflections tonight. Soon, you'll see this practice becoming a comforting end to your day, helping you grow stronger and more self-aware. Using these Stoic practices might feel strange at first, but try them out. Visualizing challenges and reflecting through journaling can greatly reduce your anxiety. These tools help you become more resilient, making future stress easier to handle. Stick with it and watch how your mental outlook changes, giving you the confidence and calmness to face life. Part 3. Embrace Stoicism in your daily routine. Chapter 6. Focus on the present moment with mindfulness. Imagine you're sitting at your desk, overwhelmed by work. Deadlines are close, emails pile up, and your mind is full of worries about what will happen in the future. It's easy to feel anxious. But let's pause and try a Stoic technique. Mindfulness of the present moment. This isn't about complicated meditation that requires lots of time. Instead, it's about being fully present in whatever you're doing. Take a deep breath, feel the air fill your lungs, and then slowly let it out. Now, look around. Notice the details, the texture of your desk, the light coming through the window, the pattern of your keyboard. Even at work, take small moments to focus on the present. When anxiety pulls you into worries about the future, remind yourself to return to the now. When doing any task, give it your full attention. Whether you're writing an email, joining a meeting, or just having a simple conversation, focus on the present moment. This will help you perform better and reduce stress caused by worrying about many things at once. The present moment narrows your focus and therefore your anxiety. Chapter 7. Practice voluntary discomfort to build resilience. This next part might seem strange, but it's very helpful. It's called voluntary discomfort, another strong Stoic practice. Think of it as a small stress test. By facing little discomforts on purpose, you get better at handling bigger stresses. For example, take a cold shower. Yes, it's uncomfortable, perhaps even shocking. But by doing this, you teach your body and mind to deal with discomfort in a safe setting. Over time, stressful situations like a tough day at work or a hard conversation start to feel easier. You become comfortable with discomfort, making real-world problems simpler to handle. Another example is fasting for a day. Skipping a meal might be tough, but this practice makes you stronger and more focused. It shows you that you can handle small hardships and come out stronger, giving you confidence to deal with bigger challenges in life. Chapter 8. Engage in selfless acts to gain perspective. Lastly, let's talk about gaining perspective through selfless acts. Anxiety often makes us focus on our own worries and problems. By helping others, we can broaden our viewpoint and reduce personal stress. Consider volunteering for a local charity or helping a coworker with a project without expecting anything in return. Acts of kindness and generosity take your mind off your own anxieties and create a sense of fulfillment. They remind us that the world is bigger than our immediate problems, and this broad view can be very calming. When feeling anxious, try doing something kind for someone else. It could be as simple as listening to a friend or helping your spouse with a chore. These small acts not only improve your relationships, but also make you feel better. By practicing mindfulness in the present moment, embracing voluntary discomfort, and engaging in selfless acts, you're making Stoicism a part of your daily life. These techniques are easy to use and offer quick relief from anxiety. The more you use them, the more benefits you'll see, helping you live with calmness and confidence. Stick with it and notice how these small changes can make you stronger and more resilient. Part 4. Advanced Stoic Practices for Lasting Calm. Chapter 9. View from above for perspective. Imagine you're at your desk, feeling overwhelmed by tasks and money worries. Let's try a Stoic exercise called the View from Above. Close your eyes and picture yourself rising above the room you're in. Extend this view further, imagining you're floating above your city. See the tiny houses, businesses, and streets below. Keep expanding until you see the Earth as a tiny dot in space. From this high viewpoint, your problems seem smaller. Emails, deadlines, and financial concerns start to look tiny. This exercise helps you see that your stresses are just a small part of a bigger picture. It won't make your tasks go away, but it helps put them in a healthier place. Next time you feel overwhelmed, practice this mental exercise for a few minutes. See your problems from a bigger perspective and feel calm. This shift can help you deal with stressful situations more calmly. Chapter 10. Memento Mori. Remembering mortality. Memento Mori means remembering that life is short. This idea is not to make you afraid, but to give you clarity. Our time here is limited, so we should focus on what truly matters. Think about your worries, work, money stress, or relationship problems. By thinking about the fact that life is short, you can see what is really important. Is a missed deadline worth losing sleep over? Will a financial problem define your whole life? When you're stressed at work, remind yourself, one day I won't be here, and neither will these problems. This thought helps you focus on making a real impact. It can also push you to build meaningful connections and grow personally. Use this idea to guide your actions. When you feel overwhelmed, remember that every moment is precious. This clarity helps you make strong decisions that reduce anxiety and bring you closer to a happy life. Chapter 11. Amor Fati, Loving Fate. Life changes all the time. Just when things seem stable, they can change. Instead of fearing change, Stoicism teaches us to love it with something called Amor Fati, which means love of fate. Imagine you've worked hard on a project, but it fails. Instead of feeling defeated, see this as a chance to learn. What can you learn from this failure? How can it make you stronger? Amor Fati teaches you to love whatever happens, good or bad. You might face problems in your marriage or at work. Instead of fighting these situations, look for the lessons they bring. Embracing change and uncertainty makes you stronger and reduces worry about things you can't control. By adopting Amor Fati, every situation, no matter how hard, becomes part of your journey. It's not just about accepting what happens, but loving and valuing it. This mindset empowers you to meet each challenge with strength and wisdom. Chapter 12. Growing through tough times. Lastly, let's look at growing through tough times. This isn't strictly Stoic, but fits well with Stoic ideas. It's the idea that hard times and suffering can lead to personal growth. Think about your hardest moments: money problems, relationship issues, feelings of not being good enough. These painful experiences often teach us valuable lessons and make us stronger. Growing through tough times encourages you to see how challenges can make you better. For example, imagine someone recovering from a big financial loss. Though the stress was high, they learned important lessons about budgeting, helping them reach greater financial stability. Or think of someone whose relationship problems improved their communication and deepened their connections. When facing your own challenges, think about how they can help you grow. What can you learn? How can these experiences make you stronger for the future? Embracing this idea turns fear of hardship into chances for personal growth. By using these advanced Stoic practices, view from above, memento mori, amor fati, and growing through tough times, you gain powerful tools for your mind. They offer relief from anxiety and paths to personal growth and strength. These ideas will help you handle life's ups and downs with resilience, making your journey one of continual improvement and strength. Part 5. Turning knowledge into action. Chapter 13. Embrace the change. By now, you've learned how Stoic principles can help you manage anxiety and be strong. But just knowing isn't enough. Knowledge without action is like having a map, but never taking the journey. It's time to use what you've learned and make small changes in your daily life. Start with small wins. Just as a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, let's start with small actions. As we discussed, being mindful during stressful work hours can help a lot. For example, when a difficult email comes in, take a moment to breathe before replying. This will reduce immediate tension. Consistent journaling. Tonight, take out a notebook or open a new document. Follow this simple journaling template. Today's wins. Note moments that made you feel good or accomplished. Challenges. Faced. Write down when anxiety came and why. Lessons learned. Reflect on what you understood from these situations. Action steps. Plan how you can approach tomorrow better. Journaling doesn't take much time but gives you valuable personal insights and helps you grow. Practice voluntary discomfort. Tomorrow morning, take a cold shower. It might seem uncomfortable, but it helps you become strong against bigger stresses. Maybe skip a meal once a week to experience fasting. Each time you face small discomforts, you're building resilience. Engage in acts of kindness. Find small ways to help others. Maybe assist a coworker who's struggling or volunteer an hour of your weekend. By focusing on others, your personal anxieties will decrease, giving you a sense of fulfillment and perspective. View from above and memento mori exercises. When feeling overwhelmed, imagine seeing the world from above. Remember, seeing the bigger picture can make daily stresses seem smaller. Reflect on memento mori, which means remembering death. Realizing life is short helps you value every moment and focus on what truly matters. Chapter 14. Sharing your journey. You are not alone in seeking personal growth and resilience. Share your progress with friends, family, or our community. Sharing your actions and experiences in the comments below will not only keep you accountable, but also inspire others on a similar path. Why this matters. Sharing your journey makes it real and keeps you committed. It also allows us to offer personal advice and support. Our community is here to cheer you on and help you with challenges. Chapter 15. Moving forward. As you start using these Stoic practices, be patient with yourself. Resilience and mental strength grow over time with consistent effort. Celebrate your small wins and learn from setbacks. Every step forward, no matter how small, is progress toward a life of purpose and calm. Thank you for being a part of our journey at Stoic Philosophy. If you found value here, consider subscribing. Without subscribing, you might miss out on tools that can transform your life, making you the resilient, confident person you want to be. Comment below with your first action step, and let's start this journey together.